that employers pay you the drug that is salary, and their statement, you are giving your hardcore money to someone else and you are becoming handicapped because you don't have money. Pop-up advertisement, learn this to earn the money, but that is not required. You are disapproving the God, you are disapproving the religion, because the God says that you have been is one of the best technique, and you are going against that. Why? Because we are trying to become the someone. Our marriage institution is being corrupted, our celebrations are corrupted, our societies are corrupted, now even our families are getting corrupted just because we are getting influenced by the society. God have not created the creation like you. A leaders, whether is a president, prime minister, a star of the society or anyone, until and unless he has a respect for himself or herself, that will not shine in the society. Welcome to AR Discovery channel. Hi, I am your host AMIR. Welcome you all in the series of theme No One Is You, and that is your power. Own your power with AR Discovery. We all are here to imbibe the culture of self-worth. In the battle of today's world, we are all indulged in the race of dubious avenues. In the era, we tend to compare ourselves with others. We tend to associate someone's success as our failure, because our natural instincts are imbibed in us, because we are living in the kind of society. We need to be you, because most of us are living in the bracket of set of standard, and they are directing and heading toward the process of pleasing the society, becoming the filter version of someone else rather than being you. We are unable to accept these criteria because there are 4 factors which are associated with the self-worth. First, that is risks. All the legendaries who have transformed their life from zero to hero, they have taken the risks. Our Honorable Mahatma Gandhi ji, whose contribution was to enlighten our soul. Until his arrival, we were unknown that we are colonized by the society. We are colonized by the British. We are colonized by the other field of masters. His contribution was to make you aware, awaken us for the spirit of independence and freedom from the colonized world. Another very legendary, a person who was untouchable, he's transformed, he has taken his risks from untouchable to constitutional maker. He has given a light where his first article and last article still help us to contribute and change the destinies of the masses. Honorable Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, his major contribution was to enlighten us. Again, to becoming the first prime minister of our country was equivalent to commit the suicide, because at that moment of time we were not having access to resources. There was the resources were shortages, like the resources were scarce in that nature, and the foremost thing that we were even compromising our basic necessity at that moment of time. When we were asking for the foreign countries for the staple food, they were supplying us the same amount of staple food they used to serve to pig, PL 480. Now we need to stand by for our own self, because these master who has given us the avenues to brighten our future, and instead of getting and concentrating on that avenues, we are losing the track because we are indulging in the society. Now we need to take our own path, and that own path is nothing but a self-worth. First and the foremost thing, you have to transform your life by taking the risk. Many religious leaders, they were a normal human being, and they have turned their lives to become from zero to hero because they have taken the risks at that moment of time. Second and the foremost thing, we are frightened by this world. We are getting corrupted our soul. Why? Because we are trying to get out from the and get out rid from the criteria of neglect. Second very important factor which is leading us to please the society, second is a neglect. If you are unable to accept when you are struggling in this world, nobody will support you. Nobody will have your back. At that moment of time, if you are being corrupting your soul, corruption doesn't mean only the money. It has a broad phenomenon. It is a very broad phenomenon as like poverty. Poverty doesn't mean only the shortages of food, clothing, shelter, health, education. But poverty has even a lack of respect, lack of worth is also a poverty. Now, if you want to transform from poverty to be a developed man and to lead the society from front, we need to adjust our own self-worth. First, that is risks. Second, and the foremost important thing is you have to accept that you have been neglected from the society. And how to counter that neglect criteria is to accept the patience. Third and the foremost important is austerity. Sternness, that yes, I am something and I'll do something for the society. Don't get filter up, okay, with the society. For instance, we take the selfies. Even I am adjustable and acceptable in that selfie according to my own self, but I am applying the so-called filters because my friends will like. It is corruptions of our value system. Burn yourself or either this society will burn you. There are two choices of approach that you have to follow. First, you have to lead that society from front. For that, you have to shine like a sun, burn yourself first. And if you're not burning, again, it will lead to misguided approach whereby we are leaving the track of self-worth. Burn yourself for your own goal. And very important approach that we have to take, that is, you have to do it for your own self rather for the masses. Third and the last and the foremost thing, that is laugh. We are changing our personality because someone will laugh. Marriage as an institution nowadays, if you go through by the current glimpse of society, even I am belong to certain strata of the society where it was out of my bracket to fulfill the demand of the society, but still I am corrupting the values, corrupting my own instinct because I want to influence the society. And in that, what it lead in short, it is leading toward me to the depth. And to recover that depth, again, my year spans are lost. Your hard-earned monies are lost. There is a big shot entrepreneur and their statement that employers pay you the drug that is salary. But if that salary is feeding my stomach, that is goddess to me. I'll not go much in the philosophy because at the end, what matter is two. First and the foremost thing is finance. And second and the foremost thing is a power instinct. And you won't be able to get these two until you are on the same track of self-worth. We, from top to bottom, whenever you open the newspaper, you get a shortages of fuel. The news are highlighted, the shortages of foreign exchange, shortages of GDP, the shortages of repo rate, shortages of reverse repo rate. There are many rates that we are facing shortages of scarce resources, basic necessities are compromised, food, clothing, shelter, health, education. We are still on the same path that we have given a birth by our forefathers. Now we have to stand by our own word. At that moment of time, if we are unable to understand our self-worth, we'll get misguided because our souls are corrupted. We want just to influence the society, and because of which you are disapproving the concept given by the God that you have been is one of the excel technique. You are disapproving the God, you are disapproving the religion, because the God says that you have been is one of the best technique, and you are going against that. Why? Because we are trying to become the someone. A nature support lifespan is 50 to 60, and if nature bless you, you'll surpass the 60. But the moment we are taking the birth and when we are leaving our this world, at the time of our last ride, we should not be on the question mark side, whereby who I was at that moment of time. Because if I am the X, I should not believe on the Y category. You should have your manifold, you should manifest your own ideas so that you can imbibe the culture of your being you and self-worth. And as far as to overcome this, there are three major essence that you have to understand. That is, one is very foremost important thing, that rule number one, you have to self-love. Inject yourself with vitamin N. N stand for saying no. Just because someone will feel bad, you are saying yes. You are not able to take decision because that someone will get hurt by you. Inject yourself with vitamin N, and vitamin N stand for saying no. Learn to say no. That is one of the master excel, one of the master quality of the leader. Second and the foremost thing, and the rule number second, that is prioritize your priorities for your own self. When your soul get into your body and when it is taken out from your body, that transfusion you have to learn. At the end, you have to memorize. At the end of that, you will be parcels with the CD of what you have done in your past at the time of last ride. And the transfusion should be your very crystal clear. Our major aim and the objective is to understand, make you understand that you are the better than anyone else. Don't try to be a copy version, because God have not created the creation like you. You have to master your own self. Work for yourself. We are losing our money. We are heavily investing in education, but we are unable to grasp what is the education is all about. Education is one of the very important thing, but if it is enlightening my soul, and if it is not enlightening my soul, that education is waste. We are heavily investing in education, crores of rupees. Funds are getting collected in the name of you, because you are giving the masses, okay? You are giving your hardcore money to someone else, and you are becoming handicapped because you don't have money. Now, if you are, as far as the education is considered, you have to focus upon only one thing. That is, you have to be very crystal clear with the approach that I am going somewhere, I should get something. That spark should be there in you. And if that spark is unknown, just because my friend is accompanying me, I'll go and sit and come back, you are wasting your time. Education is not for money. Education is not for money. If you want, there are many pop-up advertisement. Learn this to earn the money, but that is not required. To earn the money, you require something different. You go on Google, search any top best billionaire in the world. You'll find their education are very limited. I'm not discouraging you not to go for higher studies, but Don't expect wrong thing from your education. Education is for your light. Lord Ram understand that thing, and that's why he is Lord Ram. He has sacrificed that. Be any god, be prophet, be it's Gautam Buddha, Vardhaman Mahavir. They were individual. They transform from zero. From when they have taken the birth, they were just a child, and then they participated in the society because they were having a individual aspects. They have given what was a wrongdoing was going on in the society. They started correcting that. Instead of being in the society, you have to come up from the society. 4 rule. If you are unable to accept, you will lose your self-worth. That we have gone through. First, rest. Second, neglect. Third, burn yourself for your own willing. And laugh. Avoid the laugh you can counter with your beautiful smile. And the third and the 3 rule that we have given to counter this. Rule number 1, that is vitamin N. Inject the vitamin N, that you will develop a self-love. Prioritize your own self. And third and the very foremost thing, that avoid complaint. Just I am not having a good physics or a mental capability, that doesn't require. God has created you unique. Appreciate that part. If you are not living on the path of the being you, you will be spoiled by the society, because society will inject a dilemma whereby you will feel helpless. Our marriage institution is being corrupted, our celebrations are corrupted, our societies are corrupted, now even our families are getting corrupted just because we are getting influenced by the society. I am behaving for others, and that others will not come for your rescue when you require actual back. We have to stand by on the principle of our own life. Even if it is failure, that's fine. That natural instinct should, yes, we should appreciate other rather than having a jealousy or any other thing which is delaying my own success. Focus on your own self. Focus on your self-worth. You have been created, the unique creator have created you very unique creation. You have been the one of the best technique of the God. You have to prove that. If you don't have resources, don't complain. Work on that. Life will be like a break-even point. You will reach somewhere, you have to come down. There will be peak. You be it's a cultural wise, religious wise, the Bollywood wise, the Tollywood wise, or any other wise. If you are going on up, you will come down. Okay, we are getting influenced. We are starting getting influenced by the society and started becoming someone else. And started changing the tone and the momentum of our life. And if you are changing the momentum, it will spark the light for someone else which you are working. If particular thing help you to imbibe the sense of satisfaction, do it. At least it should be right one, because you are doing for yourself. If you respect yourself, of course you will be a diligent man for others. If you're not, you will suffer a lot many things. We are taking a guidance, so-called career guidance from others. Our parents says that XYZ son is doing so and so, that's why you are trying to do it. Please, we are here with only one thing, that no one is you, and that is your power. You have to own your power. Our purpose is to imbibe that sense that you are something in this society. And very foremost thing that you have to imbibe in yourself is respect yourself. Because a leaders, whether is a president, prime minister, a star of the society or anyone, until and unless he has a respect for himself or herself, that will not shine in the society. He or she will never shine in the society. Because that shine is from internalized version. And you have to understand that you have been created for something called it. If you are getting failure from one and after another process, stop it. That you might be misguided. You might be misguided because you are diverting your attention. If your attention is getting diverted, you are losing your finance, you are losing your character, you are losing your charisma, you are losing your persona. You have to understand yourself that you have not been created for this. You are a better judge than what we can. You have to understand that. Having PhDs will not work until and unless you know where to utilize that PhD. And many people are giving a very competitive examination. Many people are indulged into the engineering fields. Many people are indulged into the any holy path. If you don't understand the aim of that thing, why that has been created, you will be misguided. And that misguide will give you a regret at the end. And the very important thing that you have to focus is you. There was a study done by the Ohio University on the rabbit. They injected the cholesterol in their body, high cholesterol food, to check how the cholesterol will work and how the jump of that cholesterol will work on the actual body. They have done an experiment on the group of rabbit. They got amazed after the experiment that group of one was segregated. That rabbit was segregated from the group. And even after injecting the high cholesterol food, that his atom was less reactive to the high cholesterol because he have given that environment of care, love, self priorities. Because the others were left in the group, they were having without any signal, without any transfusion given by our mind, but the special care was given to particular rabbit. And that special rabbit, even in taking the high cholesterol food, his body was not reactive. Why? Because he have been developed under the self-care. Hope we have sparked and enlightened the spirit of self-worth. Appreciate, like, subscribe, share, and press the bell icon to stay tuned on for the next episode.